Well, academics, you said this shit was gonna blow over in about 7 days. Nigga, we going into the next week and they still on your ass. And I'm not here to beat the dead horse or even beat down on you on here with this internet shit. But at this point, you do deserve to get your ass whooped. Now, I'm not talking to the point where somebody fucks you up, but you do deserve one of those BET Nipsey Hussle backhands for this shit. And speaking of Nip, he one of them ones you should have been listening to, and taking notes from. Because despite you and him having your back and forth, he was one of the few real street niggas who showed you any type of respect. And that's only because you a civilian. And he warned you that this day was gonna come. And what's sad about this shit is, you and Drake are like on two different levels, but y'all in the same damn boat. Because y'all always used to do shit, and I'd be like, I don't really rock with that shit, but because y'all inspired me in some type of way, and maybe in the future I would be able to do business with y'all, I would never really express how I feel. But when it comes to certain shit, there comes a point where you just gotta draw the line and say, I'm not fucking with that dumbass shit that y'all be doing. And if that causes for me to not be able to do business with you all in the future, then fuck it. And if it's fuck me, it's fuck you. Because I'm not about to be putting business over morals. And I'm not finna be putting a whole bunch of energy into this shit either. I'm about to speak my piece and keep it fucking moving. For one, you're not gonna sit here and convince me that you don't know what the fuck you did. Because you sit there on Twitch all the time and you let us know what you went to school for and what did you get your degrees in. And the way that you be breaking down that law shit, intellectually, you're not gonna sit here and tell me that you don't see nothing wrong with the shit that you did. And see, I watched everybody's reaction. Because I wanted to see everybody's point of view. Because I want to be fair. I'm not here to join the hate train. The niggas who was really trying to help you because you wasn't getting the shit was the niggas who you turned your back on. King AK-47, Dante, and Max was the niggas trying to help your ass out. And you shitted on them niggas. And Max handled that shit like a G. Because he on that motherfucker apologizing for some shit he didn't even have to apologize for. And you should have took from that and said, well, let me do the same thing. All Max asked for was for a formal apology act. He didn't tell you to bow down. He didn't tell you to get on your knees and kiss his feet. All he asked for was a simple apology to Noor for the shit that you did. And somewhere in your mind, because you're worried about the public perception, you took it as he was trying to sun you. So then you start getting into your big act shit. And the thing is, you stuck in that character at this point. And if you would have just did what Max did and been mature about the whole situation, this shit probably would have been blew over by now. You're the reason why this shit is getting as big as it done got. And how the hell is it that a 15-year-old is way more smarter and way more PR trained than you are? And you're in media. Noor gave y'all multiple opportunities to get y'all shit together while y'all was in that Discord conversation. And I don't see how none of you grown-ass men that was in that conversation didn't read the room at all. And trust me, I get the whole trolling with the young niggas and shit like that. So the whole little strippers thing, I ain't tripping off of that. Because when we was young niggas, we used to get the same treatment. Boy, you been getting some pussy? You ain't been getting no pussy. Boy, you still got milk behind your ears. Nigga, your breath still smell like Similac. All that bullshit. But nigga, the shit that y'all was saying to that young nigga is on some whole other shit. And you know that. And like I said, Noor gave y'all plenty of opportunities to back the fuck out while y'all still could have. He told y'all straight up, I'm not trying to catch a case. I'm 15 years old. This shit is getting weird. But you niggas kept pressing the issue. And pay attention, because this is the reason why you're getting the grooming allegations. Because when that little nigga said no, you niggas kept going. You kept saying, so, what that mean? What that got to do with you? At that point, it sounds like you niggas are interrogating the little nigga. And that just leaves me to ask the question, if y'all can't get when a little 15-year-old is telling y'all no, What the hell y'all doing when a female tells y'all that? And I'm gonna keep it real. Deep down, I don't believe that you're a groomer. I would hope not. But you can't get upset when motherfuckers start calling you a weirdo because, nigga, that is some weird ass shit that you did. And I don't think this shit registering with your ass right now, is because you ain't got no kids. But years down the line when you do, this shit's gonna come back. Then it's gonna hit your ass. But it's gonna be too late. And the shit just sad because you crashed the fuck out for no reason at all, Aiden specifically asked you, well, what did Max say, You didn't even know what the nigga said. So you pre-crashed out. And what's crazy is your whole rebuttal was, this is clip culture. People take what they want and put out there and make a narrative for themselves. But you did the same exact shit. You've been doing the same exact shit. And I'm not even gonna get into how when you first got on Aiden's stream, you call that man your son. And I get it, You've been doing this shit for 10 or 15 years. But all those streamers who you call your so-called sons, they done surpassed you, bruh. You can't look at it as you're showing so much love and supporting niggas, but in the same breath, be calling these niggas your sons. And look, I ain't finna be dragging this shit. I just wanted to touch on some very important points. And like I said before, I didn't come on here to get on your ass because you really inspired a nigga. You really helped a nigga out. I learned from watching you that I can wear multiple hats. I don't have to be labeled as one thing when it comes to the industry. I am the brand at this point. I done learned so much about the music business and law at this point to where I don't feel like anybody can fuck my money over. And I owe that to you. But in your mind, you think just because you did that a nigga can't call you out on your bullshit. And just like Max said, at that point, I'll be dick riding. And I ain't no damn dick rider. You can't get upset because the same way you handled that situation with Lil Boom is the same way we gotta handle the situation with your ass at this point. Kyrie and Facts is the two realest niggas you got in your corner at this point. You better keep them niggas close. Kyrie been trying to wake your ass up to a little bit of higher level of knowledge and some spirituality, but you blow that nigga off every time. Antonio Brown even tried to wake your ass up with the spirituality shit, but it went completely over your head. But that's what happens when your ass is drinking alcohol every goddamn day. That shit is not gonna allow you to be receptive or resonate with any of the higher power shit that's going on at this point. That's slick the reason why your ass is hating on Kendrick Lamar. There comes a point where you have to draw the line. And for a real man, that line is drawn when it comes to women and children. Like Scarface said, no women, no children. You already checked the block off for children. And when it comes to women, don't think I'm not paying attention to that pending case you got, bruh. And look, I'm half nigga, half Jamaican. You full-blooded Jamaican. So when I say you out here making us look bad, bruh, you're making us look bad, bruh. And I'm gonna leave you with this, A lot of people be on your ass about that whole war in Chirac shit, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, bruh. You woke me up to a lot of the fuck shit that was going on in the world because I had no clue that niggas that dumb existed until I watched your channel. I had no clue that niggas was out here killing each other for sport. And done created a whole point system for it just so they can make it on your platform. And that dumbass shit done trickled all the way down here and done influenced all these dumbass niggas in my community of Augusta, damn Georgia. But the same way that shit done influenced these dumbass niggas, you influenced these internet niggas to commentate on that shit. Unknowingly, I don't think you know that you done created a paradigm where all these so-called street niggas are gonna now start to get exposed because they love doing shit internet niggas do. All these so-called niggas who was cosplaying as gangsters, we are now gonna be able to see their true colors on this internet shit. And see, you got two types of niggas. You got a hood nigga and a street nigga. I never wanted to be a street nigga. And like I said before, I got stuck with being a hood nigga. I always wanted to be an internet nigga. I always wanted to play video games and do shit like that. I never wanted to be a part of this dumbass shit. And the funny thing about all this shit is, when I get around street niggas, they treat me like an internet nigga. And when I get around the internet niggas, They treat me like a street nigga. But when it's all said and done, all y'all just some dumb ass niggas.